शिष्य गुरु गौरांग गंधार विकगिरिधारी शिष्य राधा विनोर बिहारी जू की जाय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मरन मोहन जू की जाय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपार अच्युत अच्युत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जाय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपार अच्युत अच्युत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जाय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपार अच्युत अच्युत शिशुमार भक्तिवेदांत वामन गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपार अच्युत अच्युत शिशुमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपार अच्युत अच्युत शिशुमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोसाई महाराज की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु विष्णुपार अच्युत अच्युत शिशुमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु महाभगवत श्री गोक्षरस बाबूजी महाराज की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विश्व श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्यावल्लभ विष्णु वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबूजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानुग गौड़िया गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ शारद गोसाई प्रभु की जय। श्री स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी शिकोर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम जय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल ब्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री मुन देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिशे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वृन्दाय तुलसीदेवाय प्रियाय केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिपदे देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः। भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Rasa Priya Didi, and everybody else watching on YouTube and Facebook. Um, and pranams to all devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jaydev Prabhu, Krishna Rose, Ananda Pradayani, Vrinda Didi, and everybody else. Hari Bol. So, uh, I just arrived in Radhakund yesterday evening. So this is first my first day here in Radhakund, and I we haven't started a new program yet. We're kind of in the yeah transition period right now into our next program, whatever that's going to be. I think it will be Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Um, we're like going through Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura songs, but or maybe, and I don't know. I have to see because right now these are the last few days before I send the songbook to the printers, and so it depends how intense that is. Um, but I wanted just for my own self, I wanted to read this article, Sadhan by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur, because I'm now in my own situation here. I have my own room here, and if I don't try to make some special effort, I'll get very lazy, and I need like this is the thing I need to read for myself right now, and so I thought I might as well just read it here. There isn't any power right now, and my laptop is at 12% battery. So I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully the power comes back soon. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think this article is too long. So I think if the power goes out, I mean, like if my I think my computer can last till the end of this. 12% battery. Yikes. But yeah, we're reading from Raise of the Harmonist, number, what is that? Oh, sorry. Number 16, Kartik 2006. This is article Sadhan. Sadhan. The desire for sadhu sangha and the inclination to serve Krishna, Krishna Anushilan, appear in the jiva by the influence of Sukriti. The jiva's aversion to Bhagavan is the result of his desire for sense enjoyment. Consequently, he wanders throughout this world with the hope of attaining happiness. As long as his desire for worldly happiness does not wane, an inclination to serve Bhagavan cannot possibly arise in him. However, with the accumulation of abundant sukriti, or spiritual merit, his desire for worldly enjoyment slackens. This is the result of Bhagavan's gradual mercy upon him. It is then that the desire for sadhu sangha, the association of saintly persons, arises within him naturally. Shraddha, or transcendental faith, arises by discussing topics about Krishna in sadhu sangha. With the jiva's increasing effort to engage in the cultivation of activities related to Krishna, a greed to attain Bhagavan appears within him. At that time, one should accept the shelter of the lotus feet of a guru whose character is spotless and who has full knowledge of philosophical truths. One should learn the art of bhajan from such a guru. Only by the strength of his bhajan does the jiva attain the complete mercy of Bhagavan. Okay, so one must accept the shelter of a bona fide guru, learn the art of bhajan from him, and by the strength of that bhajan, then the jiva will obtain the complete mercy of Bhagavan. To attain the mercy of Bhagavan is the sole purpose of sadhan. In the jiva's condition of being completely captivated by Maya, he must accept the activities of sadhan as indispensable in order to become eligible to attain the mercy of Bhagavan. Sriman Mahaprabhu has himself said, Sadhan bina jiver sadhya vastu keho nahi paye. A jiva who does not perform sadhan does not attain his goal, or sadhya. Although a person may have attained a little shraddha, if he is lazy about performing the activities of sadhan and simply sits back and hopes to attain Krishna's mercy, he will not receive any real benefit. His life will simply pass by uselessly. Krishna is the embodiment of, sorry, Oh, Haribo Anadi Krishna Prabhu. And I'm just seeing if anybody. One second. I only have one screen right now. Oh. Okay. Krishna is the embodiment of mercy, and in bestowing his boundless compassion upon the jivas, he has manifested the Vedic scriptures. Furthermore, he descends in every yuga and preaches the specific dharma, or spiritual means for deliverance, for that yuga. In this way, he endeavors to make all jivas understand those Vedic scriptures and become favorably inclined toward him. Particularly in Kali Yuga, his mercy is available without restriction. Those who do not become inclined to perform sadhana to attain Krishna, despite having such an opportunity, simply have no hope of ever attaining auspiciousness. The specific results one attains at the stage of perfection is a function of the quality of one's sadhana. Sri Krishna Chandra is supremely independent. If he so desires, he can give his darshan to the jiva. That said, if a person's heart lacks eagerness to perform even a little sadhana to attain him, then that person's yearning for Krishna cannot be genuine. Rather, it is simply a semblance of real hankering. Such a person would not, in fact, be satisfied even by the direct darshan of Bhagavan, but would return to this world from Vaikuntha to fulfill his hankering for the worthless happiness of this world. The process of sadhana is nothing but the art of increasing one's thirst to attain Bhagavan. That's that's a really What is the purpose of sadhana? The purpose of sadhana is nothing but the art of increasing one's thirst to attain Bhagavan. A person receives the mercy of Krishna in proportion to the intensity of this thirst, which develops by performing sadhana, marked by care and eagerness. When such sadhana is fully matured, Krishna manifests himself to that person. He cannot withhold himself. Wow, I really like this. The process of sadhana is nothing but the art of increasing one's thirst to attain Bhagavan. A person receives the mercy of Krishna in proportion to the intensity of this thirst, which develops by performing sadhana, marked by care and eagerness. The conditioned jiva will never achieve success if he relinquishes the activities of sadhana. He must embrace them with great care. He will approach perfection to the extent that he performs sadhana with honor. What is sadhana? Srila Rupa Goswami has stated on Haribol Champak Mataji. Nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam hridi sadhyata. Sadhana is the process of awakening the eternal dormant propensity within one's heart to love Krishna. That's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 122. The jiva's eternal constitutional nature is to be a servant of Bhagavan, and his eternal occupation is Bhagavat Prem, or to render loving service to Bhagavan. In the jiva's conditioned state, his eternally perfect love is observed in the form of his love for sense objects. In the jiva's conditioned state, his eternally perfect love is observed in the form of his love for sense objects. Sadhana is the process that revokes that love from the sense objects and causes this eternal love to appear in the heart. And that's why Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura prays in that song. Which one is it? Um, is it Prabhu Tava Pada Yuge? I think so. Um, but he says, Vishaye je priti ebe achaye amar, she mata priti hok charane tomar. He prays that um, that attraction, that priti, that attraction that I now have for Vishay, for sense enjoyment, for the objects of the senses and wanting enjoyment. May that same attraction that I have right now for Vishay, may that same attraction uh, be for your lotus feet, Charane Tomar. Or may that be transformed into affection for your lotus feet. May it be moved towards your lotus feet like that. Vishay je priti eve achayamar she mata priti hok charane tomar. And sadhan is the process that revokes that love from the sense objects and causes this eternal love to appear in the heart. The Shastras delineate the various limbs of sadhan. Srila Rupa Goswami has divided these into 64 divisions in his book Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Srimad Bhagavatam divides them into 9 forms, namely Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, etc. The essence of all sadhan, especially in Kali Yuga, is Harinam, to chant the holy names of Krishna. Shri Nam Sankirtan is the highest sadhan, and the various other limbs of sadhan are its assistants. When the best of scholars, Vasudev Sarvabhauma, wished to know what is the highest sadhan, Sriman Mahaprabhu replied that Harinam Sankirtan is topmost. This is described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 6.241. Bhakti sadhana shrestha shunite hoilo man, Prabhu upadesha koilo nama sankirtan. Sriman Mahaprabhu also spoke the following words to Sanatana Goswami. Bhajaner madhye shishta navavidha bhakti, Krishna prem Krishna dite dhare mahashakti, Tar madhye sarvasheshta nam sankirtan, Niraparadhe nam loile pai premadhan. Among the various methods of performing bhajan, the best is to execute the 9 prescribed processes of without any duplicity. Right? Or did I skip something? Oops, I did. So the best is to execute the 9 prescribed processes of bhakti. These processes carry the outstanding potency to bestow both Krishna prem and Krishna. Among the 9 processes of bhakti, chanting the holy names is foremost. If one chants without committing any offenses, one easily receives the treasure of pure love for Krishna. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila 470-71. In this Kali Yuga, there is no other refuge for the jiva than chanting the names of Hari. Indeed, Harinam is the only sadhan, and the other limbs of sadhan are accepted as its assistants. In Shastra, we find the statement Eka anga sade keho sade bahu anga. Some practice a single limb, whereas others practice many. However, no one should think that he can attain perfection by taking shelter of any limb other than Harinam. When a sadhak understands Harinam to be the topmost sadhan and takes one pointed shelter of Nam, he can also perform the other limbs of sadhan. Shastra clearly declares, Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama eva kevalam, Kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatir anyatha. To attain one's spiritual goal in Kali Yuga, there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way than to chant the holy name, chant the holy name, chant the holy name. Shri Nam is both the practice and the goal. Whoever is the recipient of Sriman Mahaprabhu's mercy will single-mindedly take shelter of Harinam without any duplicity. As he performs sadhana of Harinam and gradually attains perfection, he will come to realize Nam in the form of his sadhya, or goal. This is because Krishna's name is both the goal and the means to attain it. There is no difference between Krishna's name, Nam, and Krishna himself, the possessor of the name, Nami. Man, I'm on 3% battery. I don't know what's up with the power is out.
You don't have.
Yeah. I feel, right, I don't think that one's working. Anyhow, let's see. Let's see if we can just get through this. Yeah, it's okay. Um, there's a chance that the I might have to stop this before I finish the article, but let's see. Instructions to the sadhak on the practice of chanting. It is necessary to deliberate a little on the subject of the practice, or sadhan, of Sri Nam. Sadhan is performed with the senses. Therefore, it is essential that the sadhak firmly and expertly engage his senses in the activities of sadhan. One can perform the practices of sadhan. Oh, power's back. Thank God. Okay. Um, sorry. Um, so therefore, it is essential that the sadhak firmly and expertly engage his senses in the activities of sadhan. One can perform the practices of sadhan in a charming way if one keeps the body healthy. This can be achieved by regulating one's eating, yukta ahar, and recreation, yukta vihar. In other words, if a person tortures his body by being falsely renounced, then all his senses become disabled. Consequently, instead of the sadhak performing sadhan, he forfeits his life. In this regard, Bhagavan says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verses 16 to 17, Natyashnatas tu yogosti, na chaikantam anashnata, na chati sapnashilasya, jagrato naiva charjuna. O Arjuna, yoga cannot be perfected by one who eats too much or too little, or who sleeps too much or too little. And then the next verse, Yukta hara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavapodasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. For one who is moderate in eating and recreation, balanced in work, and regulated in sleeping and wakefulness, his practice of yoga destroys all material miseries. The meaning here is that one who eats too much or who hardly eats at all, one who sleeps a lot or does not sleep enough, is never able to use his body and senses to perform the activities of sadhan. If a person does not allow his body to become, if a person does not allow his body to become unhealthy or his senses inactive, by regulating all his endeavors, including his eating, recreation, sleeping, and waking, then his sadhan will be executed exquisitely, and it will destroy all his miseries. The implication is that one must engage one's internal sense, the mind, in remembering and meditating upon Sri Nam, by protecting it from the four anarthas, or impediments to spiritual progress. These impediments are misconceptions about reality, Swarup Brahm, the hankering for temporary objects, Asat Trishna, weakness of the heart in adopting the process of bhakti, Hriday Dorbalya, and defenses, Aparad. Moreover, one's external senses should be protected from becoming habituated to activities that are unfavorable to one's bhajan, such as overeating, oversleeping, and endeavoring for sense objects. Instead, they should be incessantly engaged in the sadhan of Nam Kirtan. The capacity to do so is indeed the expertise of a sadhak. The foundation of sadhan, determination to accept what is favorable for bhakti and to reject what is unfavorable. It is necessary for a sadhak to be both vigilant and resolute in accepting what is favorable for his bhakti and rejecting what is unfavorable. Often, various unfavorable things come into the life of a jiva in this material world. And if he does not carefully and decisively reject them, they will hinder his sadhan and delay him in attaining his cherished goal. Just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Jai Tanya? Yes. Um, so I'm gonna go out after I do the reading, and so I think maybe I'll give the key to the. Don't worry about it. I'll just bring my bag. No, I'll give the key to the lady. You sure? Okay. Okay. Because I'm totally happy to do it. Give the key to the lady, and then you can just. Okay. 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 So sometimes one may think, Let me do what is unfavorable for my sadhan today, and from tomorrow I'll take special care to avoid this. Yep, that's me. Like, I'll just watch this movie today, and then tomorrow I'll be a good movie. But one who manifests such weakness of heart, such hriday dorbalya, will never attain auspiciousness. As soon as a sadhak perceives something to be an obstacle to his bhajan, he should give it up immediately and embrace the mercy of Sriman Mahaprabhu. Determination is indeed the foundation of sadhan. If a person lacks determination, he cannot progress even a single step in his sadhan. The sadhak's foremost assistant is sadhu sangha. The sadhu is the sadhak's primary benefactor. The heart of the Baddha Jiva is so captured by anarthas that he cannot single-handedly remove them, despite his arduous attempts to do so. For one who remains in sadhu sangha, however, anarthas have no chance of manifesting. Śrīla Ṭhākura Mahashaya has rightly said, Ki baba korite pare kama krodha sadhaker jadi hoy sadhu janar sangha. Hmm. What can lust and anger do to a sadhak if he is in the association of sadhus? Sadhu Sangha is absolutely essential for one who wants to properly perform the activities of sadhan. Sriman Mahaprabhu has said, Krishna Bhakti Janma Mool Hoy Sadhu Sangha. Krishna Prem Janme Teho Puna Mukhya Anga. The underlying cause of the birth of bhakti to Sri Krishna is sadhu sangha. Even after Krishna Prema awakens in the heart, sadhu sangha remains the foremost principle. That's from Madhya Lila, chapter 22, verse 83. Mahat kripa bina kono karme bhakti noy. Krishna bhakti dure rahu, sangsara nahe koi. Unless a person is blessed by an exalted saint, none of the activities he performs can be considered bhakti. What to say of attaining Krishna bhakti? It is impossible for him to even extricate himself from material existence. That's same chapter, verse 51. Incessantly accepts the shelter of Sri Nam and pray for the mercy of Sri Nam. If one can chant the holy name in the association of a pure devotee who is attached to chanting, all his offenses will be dispelled, and Nam Tattva will quickly manifest in his heart. Our prayer at the lotus feet of Sriman Mahaprabhu is that by incessantly chanting the holy name in the association of a Shuddha Bhakta, we may soon experience the sweetness, the ras of Sri Nam. We pray for nothing other than the mercy of Sri Nam. This is translated from the Sri Gaudiya Patrika, Year 8, Issue 7. Wow, that was exactly what I needed to hear. I think this is, yeah, I think this is an article that I'm gonna have to keep on reading while I'm here, while I'm staying here. Well, we still have 20 minutes. Maybe, maybe we can go through the song. There are two songs by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura um, about accepting what is favorable for bhakti and rejecting what is unfavorable in Sharanagati. That might be nice to go through. Let's see. Uh, Here. Let me just find it. The Sharanagati chapter. Okay. There. Okay, so in Charnagati, there's Anukul Grahan, accepting what is favorable, and then Pratikula Varjan. Okay. So I'll read the translation and then we can sing it together. I will certainly perform with extreme diligence those acts that are favorable for bhakti to you. Whatever in this world is favorable for bhakti, I will utilize by means of my physical senses. I will listen to narrations of you with earnestness, and I will behold your dham to the satisfaction of my eyes. My computer froze for some reason. 1 second. I will nourish my body with your prasad, and I will relish. God dang it. Sorry. I don't know why my computer's freaking out. Actually, I think I know what I can do. Here, there is this thing called App Tamer. And, huh, weird. Why is it? Sorry, guys. I don't know why preview just stopped working all of a sudden. Let's see. Activate. Ah, that's so frustrating. I don't know what's up. I have to close it and open it again. I think my computer's getting hot because I have it on a bed. That's why. Okay. Um, sorry everybody. Hari Bo Vidya Didi. There. Okay. Now we're back. Okay. So I will certainly perform with extreme diligence those acts that are favorable for bhakti to you. Whatever in this world is favorable for bhakti, I will utilize by means of my physical senses. I will listen to narrations of you with earnestness, and I will behold your dham to the satisfaction of my eyes. I will nourish my body with your prasad, and I will relish the fragrance of the tulsi that has adorned those offerings. I will continuously perform service to you with my hands, and will always reside in places within your abode. I will dovetail my desires in service to you, and will display my anger to those who are envious of you. In this way, may my every proclivity and every sentiment attain meaningfulness by being engaged favorably in service to you. Whatever I do that is favorable for your bhaktas, I accept as favorable for bhakti to you. Bhaktivinoda knows neither religion nor irreligion. May all his activities simply be favorable for bhakti. My voice is a bit messed up right now because getting like some kind of sore throat thing, so I can't really sing nicely. But anyhow, doesn't matter. Let's um Atua bhakti anukula je je karja hoy parama jatane taha koribo nishchoy bhakti anukula jata vishaya sangsare করিব তাহাতে রতি ইন্দ্রিয়ের দ্বারে শুনিব তোমার কথা যতন করিয়া দেখিব তোমার ধাম নয়ন ভরিয়া তোমার প্রসাদে দেহা করিব পোষণ নৈবেদ্য তুলসী ঘ্রাণ করিব গ্রহণ কর দ্বারে করিব তোমার সেবা সদা তোমার বসতি স্থলে বসিব সর্বদা তোমার সেবায় কাম নিযোগ করিব তোমার বীর বেশি জানে ক্রোধ দেখাইব এরূপ সর্ববৃত্তি আর সর্বভাব তুয়ানুকূল হয়ে লভুক প্রভাব তুয়া ভক্ত অনুকূল যাহা যাহা করি তুয়া ভক্তি অনুকূল বলি তাহা ধরি ভক্তি বিনোর নাহি জানে ধর্ম ধর্ম ভক্তি অনুকূলতার হো সব কর্ম Okay, now let's sing that. What is the next one? Tua Bhakti Pratikul. So, whatever so called Dharma exists in opposition to the edicts of Bhakti, I will most carefully relinquish. Is it edicts or edicts, I think, right? Yeah, edicts. I will never keep the company of those neglectful of bhakti to sorry, I will never keep the company of those neglectful of bhakti to you. And I will never glance upon the face of persons averse to Sri Gauranga. I will never make my residence in any place that is detrimental to bhakti. And I will never develop attachment to any work that is disagreeable to bhakti. I will never read any literature that contradicts the doctrine of bhakti. And I will never hear any discourse that opposes bhakti. I do not regard any place unrelated to Sri Gauranga to be a tirtha, to be a holy place. I consider any karma or gyan that impedes bhakti to be most trivial. I never celebrate any occasion that hinders bhakti. I consider any relatives who are oblivious to bhakti to be strangers. I will give up any desires that impede bhakti. I will never accept foodstuffs given by non-devotees. Whatever I know to be unfavorable to bhakti, I will carefully forsake. This is my spoken promise. Falling at the lotus feet of the Lord, Bhaktivinoda begs for the strength to relinquish everything unfavorable for pure devotion. Hatua bhakti pratikula dharma jate roy parama jatane taha tyajibo nishchoy tua bhakti bahir mukha sangana koribo Gauranga Virodi Jana मुख नाहेरी बो भक्ति प्रतिकूल स्थाने ना करी वसति भक्तिर अप्रिया कार्ये नाही कोरिराति भक्तिर विरोधी भक्तिर विरोधी ग्रंथ पाठ ना करिब भक्तिर विरोधी व्याख्या कभू न शुनिब गौरांग वर्जित स्थान तीर्थ नाही मानी भक्तिर्भदक ज्ञान कर्म तुच्छ जानी भक्तिर बाधक काले ना करी आदर भक्ति बहिर्मुख निज जाने जानी पर भक्तिर बाधिका स्पृहा करिब वर्जन अभक्त प्रदत्त अन्न ना करी ग्रहण जहाँ किछु भक्ति प्रतिकूल बोली जानी त्याजीब जतने ताहा ए निश्चय बानी भक्ति विनोदा पुरी प्रभुर चरणे मागाये शक्ति प्राति कुलेर वर्जने ओ मागाये शक्ति प्राति कुलेर वर्जने हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल Jai Shri Nandan. I'll just do a full Jai Dwani because it's plenty of time. So, Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shila Guru Dev Ki Jai. Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Vamana Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj La Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Ashtutara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Sarasati Gosai Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shila Gorkishoras Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishya Śrīla Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura ki jai. Nityalala Pravishya Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai. Jai Nityalala Pravishya Shishmad Śrīla Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nityalala Pravishya Shishmad Śrīla Bhakti Bhagavad Tirtha Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nityalala Pravishya Shishmad Śrīla Bhakti Dait Madhav Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nityalala Pravishya Shishmad Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nityalala Pravishya Shishmad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Gosai Maharaj ki jai. All the associates of Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And all the disciples and followers of those associates ki jai. Jai Srila Baladev Vijibhushan Prabhu ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Gosai Par ki jai. Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath, Shar Gosai Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari, Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. नामचय श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जाय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय श्री क्षेत्र मंडल कोरमंडल ब्रजमंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जाय सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जाय श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जाय श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जाय श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाय की जय श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रियाय केशवाशुचा कृष्ण भक्ति पद देवी सत्यवताय नमो नमः वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः धन्यवाद प्रणाम्स नृ हरि प्रभु भव हाँ एक मिनट हाँ हरे कृष्णा सर एक मिनट Hare Krishna, Nri Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Champak Mataji, and let's see who is there on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, and I have to occasionally say this. I only see the names of people who write comments, so I'm not ignoring you if I don't say your name. But I see Rasa Priya Didi, Dandavat Pranams, Vidya Lalasa Didi, Madhubala Didi. Madhubala Didi is saying, I'm very sick at the moment, and these readings are keeping me engaged so nicely. Great, I'm so very glad to hear that. I mean, I hope you get better soon, but I'm happy that these readings are helpful. They're definitely helpful for me. And Haribol Shubhananda Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams, and everybody else. And all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jaydev Prabhu, Krishna Rose, Indira Mataji, I forgot to say Indira Mataji, and Ananda Pradayani, Vrinda Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat Pranams. Is there anything anybody wants to mention before I end the stream for today? All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I still don't know what we're gonna. Maybe I'll just read another article like we did today, just like maybe another Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura article. Or if I'm feeling ready, maybe I'll restart the. I'd like to prepare a little bit for for our starting the Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura program. And so yeah, I think it actually probably will still be a couple days before we start. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Thank you so much for joining, and look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Oh yes, yes.
Yes. Today we are leaving Prabhu Vrindavan, and I want to.
Oh, you're leaving Vrindavan.
Yeah, forgive our offenses, my offenses.
Oh, I never got a chance to come and visit you. I didn't know you were leaving so soon.
Yes, we are leaving about at 1 o'clock. We're leaving 1 p.m. and praying. We'll be back in about 2 months or so. I need to do some medical stuff.
Okay. And 2 months. Does that mean that there's a chance that you might come for the Bhaktivinoda retreat?
Yes, we're hopeful. We'll see our health,
yes, of course.
Yes, we're hopeful to do that.
That would be amazing if you could make it.
Oh,
If your health
thank you.
allows,
That'd
of
be
course.
amazing too.
But yeah, I hope you have a very smooth journey back to. You're going back to Hawaii?
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay.
That's and
Okay. Yeah.
my
Wishing
doctor
you.
said.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I if I would have known, I would have come up. I was just thinking you would be there forever, so there wasn't any yeah.
Yeah, please think that way.
We'll be here forever.
Think we'll be here forever. It will be your blessings. No, I don't want to bother you. You're so busy too. And,
Oh,
you know, yeah, your time is limited. So thank you so much for your readings, Sarah, keeping me alive and keeping us, engaged very nicely.
I
You're
mean,
my
your
audio.
your encouragement keeps me going, so I'm very grateful for that.
Cioè, arrivo. Madanda pranams to all devotees and all the audience. I'm an honor to be part of it. Jai Prabhu.
We feel blessed to be that that you've been joining every single session. Yeah,
Oh,
thank you.
Chinese, sure. Me, I don't know. Jai. Vrindavan ki jai, jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Gurudev ki jai.
Ja.
And yeah, pray for us so we can come back soon. And like you said, you thought you'll be here forever. We like that.
Very cool.
Haribo, Haribo.
Yeah, that's one thing. For everybody, also everybody here is invited to come for the Bhaktivinoda Thakur retreat. Um, I haven't made an official announcement on Facebook yet, have I? Yeah, I should do that. But yeah, it's actually I'll just put the just for anybody who's still here. I'll just write it on a Word doc so you can see the link. Um, oops, oops, I accidentally clicked hide meeting. Anyways, I've never done that before. Um, okay, so one second, let me just put it up. Oh, and Shubhananda's asking where can we find the article that we just read is in Rays of the Harmonist. Where is it? Rays of the Harmonist. Oops. I think it's Rays of the Harmonist 2006. So if you just go into Google and you type in Rays of the Harmonist 2006, that article will come up. I mean, that magazine will come up. It's Kartik 2006, number 16. So just type in Rays of the Harmonist number 16, and then it will come up. Um, all right. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the Bhaktivinoda Thakur retreat. Um, it is Rup Sanatan. Yeah, here's the link. So I'll just make the link really big and you can stop the screen and um, take note of it. This has the details about it, the different classes, like a little thing about the retreat and what the courses will be. The one I'm by far the most excited about is Sundar Gopal's. Um, Drawing on 5 years of doctoral research, this interactive seminar series offers a robust defense of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's teaching that prema is the intrinsic nature of the self, challenging claims that this was merely metaphorical or an outreach strategy. Presenting new research findings, the series highlights how Bhaktivinoda Thakur provides a profound and faithful synthesis of the earlier acharyas. And his research is mind-blowing, like groundbreaking research, really. And he shows how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, yeah, how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was taking the essence of all of our Acharya's teachings and how he presented it, but he shows it in a very, yeah, amazing way. And then, of course, there'll be the Bhaktivinoda Giti Dhara, entering the flow of his songs. We'll go through all the songbooks of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Chandramukhi's class will be Dashmula Tattva, and Radhika and Manjari Didi, they're going to do a workshop on going through different prayers of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and guided journaling sessions and creative painting and Ishtagoshti and like a whole thing like that. And then there'll be bhajans in the evening and glorifications of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and it's all going to be in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house where he lived and performed his bhajan and wrote so many books. We're all going to be living in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house there in Surabi Kunj. and all the sessions will be there. So, yep. If you want the link for this, here is the link for where to register. I'm just putting it on the screen here. roopsanatan.org 2026 Bhaktivinoda retreat here. I'm just making it big so you can all take note of it if you want to there. Okay, that's really big enough, you can see. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you can even pause the video and take note of that link, and then you can register. And everything will be taken care of, all accommodation, all prasadam, all everything. All right, so we will end here. Dandavat pranams, and see you all tomorrow. Actually, I didn't look at the comments. Let me just see if anybody wrote a comment that I didn't see yet. All right, Dandavat pranams. See you all tomorrow. Oh, and yeah, have a smooth journey. Dandavat pranams. Nandri Hari Prabhu and Pavatarini Mataji. Jai Ram.